He almost turned around when he saw her name printed in gold on the banner above the school auditorium stage. The letters seemed to burn into his eyes, rearranging his past into something sharp and impossible. Aarav Malik, single father, delivery driver, man who had spent years trying to forget the girl who once promised him forever, stood frozen in the middle of parent-teacher night as the principal announced that the school's biggest donor and newly appointed board chair had arrived. And when she stepped inside, confident, elegant, untouchable, he felt his heart stop the way it had 10 years ago when she walked out of his life without looking back. If you believe in kindness, in second chances, and in the idea that love can return when you least expect it, take a moment right now to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Kindness Stories. Your support keeps stories like this alive. Aarav had not expected anything extraordinary from parent-teacher night. He had rushed there straight from his shift, still smelling faintly of engine oil and cardboard boxes, wearing his cleanest but oldest button-down shirt. His 8-year-old daughter, Meher, had insisted he come early because her classroom displayed artwork along the hallway, and she wanted him to see the painting she made of the strongest man in the world. That man, in her drawing, wore a crooked crown and carried grocery bags in both hands. Aarav had smiled when he saw it, feeling both proud and painfully aware of how small his world had become. His life had narrowed down to survival and love. After his wife passed away when Meher was only 3, he had buried himself in responsibility. Mornings were rushed breakfasts and neatly tied ponytails, afternoons were long shifts delivering packages across the city, and nights were homework sessions and quiet moments when he pretended not to notice how tired he was. He had given up on dreams because dreams required time, and time was something he did not own anymore. But there had been a time when he had dreamed boldly. In college, he and Saira Qureshi had built castles out of shared ambition. She had been fierce, brilliant, determined to break every ceiling placed above her. He had loved the way her eyes flashed when she talked about changing the world. They had studied together in the library until it closed, shared cheap coffee, and whispered about building a life where neither would have to choose between love and success. Then life tested that promise. Aarav's father fell ill, bills piled up, and he dropped out to work full-time. Saira received a scholarship abroad. The night she left, she told him she would come back for him once she made something of herself. He had believed her. Months turned into silence. Silence turned into acceptance. Acceptance turned into the quiet ache he carried for years. And now, under the bright lights of his daughter's school auditorium, that ache returned in a wave so strong he had to grip the back of a chair to steady himself. Saira walked across the stage with the kind of poise that came from hard-earned authority. She wore a tailored navy suit, her hair pulled back in a sleek low bun, her expression calm and self-assured. The principal introduced her as the CEO of one of the fastest-growing tech companies in the country, a visionary leader who had donated funds to renovate classrooms and provide scholarships to underprivileged children. Parents clapped. Teachers beamed. Aarav felt like the ground beneath him had shifted. He told himself it was coincidence. Big cities still held small surprises. But when Meher tugged at his hand and pointed toward the front, whispering that her new friend's mother was the boss of everything, he felt dread creeping into his chest. He followed her small finger and saw a little girl standing beside Saira, holding her hand. The child looked about Meher's age, with the same curious eyes and cautious smile. Aarav's thoughts tangled. He had imagined